Hey YouTube, thanks for checking out my channel today. And you can see it's a little bit cold outside. It's got up to 26 degrees, and that's right, I said up. It's been around 11 degrees, so this is definitely warm enough for me to get out here and do some work. Today I'm working on a Toro snowblower. You can see all the snow going on, icicles hanging from the house. So I had a customer that dropped this off, and this is pretty typical. This is the first time that he's gone to start it. It didn't start. So what I'm going to do is something really basic. And I'm going to put gas in it. I'm going to attempt to recreate what he says is happening, and that's not starting. And if it decides it's trying to kick over on you whenever you're doing that, put burst of carb cleaner, or again starting fluid, in the carburetor directly. Be aware of backfires. And if you can continue to get the item to run doing that, then at that point you've ruled out quite a few things. You've ruled out that there's a compression issue, you've ruled out a timing issue, you've ruled out a spark issue. You know now at that point it's just fuel. There's a problem with the fuel delivery, whether it be the tank is clogged, the line is blocked, the filter is clogged, the fuel bowl isn't filling up because the needle and seat's stuck. You've ruled all those things out by that one thing of starting it and running it on carb cleaner. So that's the first thing that I'll do after I try to start it with fresh fuel. Okay, so I went ahead, in this case, this has an electric start. I plugged in a cord, I pushed the button with the key on, and it just cranked. It didn't want to start. Now I was thinking about spraying carburetor cleaner up in underneath this housing to the carburetor, because there is no air filter or air cleaner on snowblowers, to make it to where I could get it to run. But I'd really like to see the carburetor up close as I'm spraying in there to make sure that the governor linkage is moving correctly. So I'm going to go ahead and pull this apart. Your snowblower is going to be most likely different. All you're going to do is just find the screws that hold all the plastics together and pull it apart. But in this case, I'm going to try to take off this lower housing, and I'm going to start with this panel here. So I'll do that and I'll come back. Okay, so I removed the screws and I removed the key, and now you can see this panel here was just holding the top of this bottom piece of plastic with just the lip. So now I got to remove some screws that are on the handle that hold this bottom plastic on to the snowblower frame. Okay, so now I've got this lower piece of plastic off, you can see here, and this just moves around. You can see there's not a lot of science going on here. I'm going to turn this up to where we can get a little better look at the carburetor and the way it attaches to the engine, and I'll come right back after I get you positioned better. Alright, so you can see I've got it up in the air. All I'm going to do at this point is disconnect this fuel line, allow the fuel that's in this line to run out, put carburetor cleaner in this fuel line, and then blow in the air line to try to break loose that needle and seat. So I'm going to do that. I'll come back and we'll see if we can get it to run. Alright, so I'm back, and guess what? That was it. 80% of the time that's all it is. Again, I disconnected this line, put carburetor cleaner in it, and I ran it with carburetor cleaner being sprayed in here, and everything loosened up inside of the carburetor bowl, and it runs perfect. There's no problems. So what I'm doing now is I'm going to bolt it all back up, and I'm going to test it and see how it sounds. Okay, so I got it all back together. We'll go ahead and turn the switch on. I'll prime it a few times by pumping the primer bulb, and I'm going to pull the choke on. I'm going to see if I can start it by pull starting it, and then we'll turn it electric if I have to go to electric. Alright, so there you go. You're going to have to spend some time in the cold if you're working on snowblowers, but it's really easy, and this covers a lot of the snowblowers, a lot of the 2-strokes and the 4-strokes. Again, because they're such a seasonal item, they sit for a long time, and when they sit, because of the fuel and the way that it just has a tendency to varnish up, and varnish is like glue, and it will make things stick that shouldn't stick. Now if you continue to have problems, you could have varnish in the fuel bowl and in the jet of the carburetor to where you have to pull that fuel bowl off, spray it with carburetor cleaner, and blow it out with an air gun, and at that point maybe even take some wire, some small piano wire or guitar string, that kind of a thing, and run it up through some passages to see if you can get it cleared out that way. Well, I hope this helps. I appreciate you watching, and hopefully we'll be able to get you some more videos just like this one. Thanks. Bye.